We are back, getting ready to start the second half of this game. The score is 21-14 Auburn. Baylor will get the ball to start the second half, and look at this beautiful new camera. Oh, I love my Samsung S8. Like, my videos are actually, watchable now. And just a reminder, receiver for Auburn, number 88, Terry Beasley, tweaked his calf, I believe. Let me check. Terry Beasley tweaked his hamstring and will be able to return in the third play of the third quarter. Besides that, everyone else is good to go. Auburn is up by one touchdown, but Baylor does get the ball. Let's see if RG3 can do something and avoid a massive letdown and by losing this game. We are getting ready for the second half to kick off. Wes Byram is looking to kick it off to Terrence Williams. Can Terrence Williams get a big return? Let's see. And the kick is up. And I rolled a 20, so it is a touchback. Wes Byram puts it into the back of the end zone, which means Baylor will start the ball on their own 20 for the 1st and 10. And let's see if Baylor can score on this drive. If they don't score on this drive, things could go from bad to ugly. As we all know how many points are scored in the short time frame in the Fox 12 Electric Football League. So this is a key possession for Baylor. Let's see if RG3 can work his magic and lead Baylor to a scoring drive. 1st and 10, RG3. Set, star receiver, Kendall Wright in motion. RG3 takes a snap. RG3 gives the option to Kendall Wright. Kendall Wright running, doesn't have a lot of room. Kendall Wright bounces it outside. Kendall Wright taken down by left end number 95. Who is that? Gerald Robinson. So Kendall Wright gains only 1 yard on the motion option, setting up a 2nd and 9 on their own 19. And Kendall Wright, who previously, the last time Baylor ran this play, scored a touchdown, was really sluggish on that run. Let's see if he can loosen up after that halftime break and get back into the flow, as that was not a good run at all for Baylor. Only a gain of 1, setting up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 on the own 21-yard line. Baylor lining up in the shotgun. Let's see if RG3 can work his magic. RG3 back to pass. RG3 is going to throw it to Walter Abercrombie, and the pass is complete. Real quickly, for those who don't know, I use a TTQB, but I don't have a tripod, so I can't show you guys. I'm going to buy one soon so I can show you guys and be able to use it to tell if a pass is complete or incomplete. But RG3 threw it, and it hit right in the back of Walter Abercrombie, a perfect pass. Now, he can turn and burn because he's behind the line of scrimmage. So I'm going to make the other adjustments and start filming again. Abercrombie turning upfield. Walter Abercrombie still going. Runs out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. First down, Baylor. That was a 16-yard catch and run by Walter Abercrombie, setting up a 1st and 10 Baylor on their own 37-yard line. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going. RG3 back in the shotgun. 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. RG3 once again is setting Kendall Wright in motion. RG3 decides to run it this time on the option. RG3 has some speed. Cornerback number 19, Dave Beck's coming in hard. RG3 evades him. RG3 trying to cut it back upfield. Runs past Brian Robinson. RG3 still going. Eventually runs out of bounds on the 44-yard line, and you just saw RG3's world-class speed as number 20 strong safety Brian Robinson was no match to catch up as RG3 sprinted past him to get the first down. And that run by RG3 ended up being 19 yards, setting up a 1st and 10 for Baylor on Auburn's 44-yard line. Let's see if Baylor can keep this one stagnant offense in motion, as they now are driving and ticking up a lot of time, as the next play will be the halfway point of the third quarter. If they can keep chewing up clock and moving this offense, they might not give Auburn a chance to score at the end of the game, which could lead us to overtime. Anyway, this game is turning out to be one heck of a game, but 1st and 10 Baylor on the 44-yard line. Let's see if they can keep this going. RG3 in the shotgun again. sending Kendall Wright in motion again. It looks like this will be the same play. It's been run for the last couple of plays, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. RG3 decides to give it off to Kendall Wright. Kendall Wright takes it outside. Kendall Wright has some room to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Baylor. I mean, they've run where they put Kendall Wright in the slot in a shotgun, send him in motion, and they do an option with him. They've run that play like 5 times already this game, and this is the second time they've scored on it. Auburn knows it's coming, but they just cannot stop it. And as we saw, if you look back in the play, 2 Auburn defenders ran into each other. It looked like Wright was going to get taken down for about like a 4 or 5 yard gain, but he just uses his speed and takes it all the way for a touchdown, making it 21-20 Auburn. Extra point coming up next. 44-yard touchdown for Kendall Wright, his second of the game. He's not even a running back, and he has 2 rushing touchdowns in this game. What a game by Kendall Wright. Extra point by kicker Aaron Jones is up and good. 21-20 is the score. Baylor will be kicking it off to Auburn next. And this was the 6th play of the third quarter, so we're more than halfway through the third quarter. Tie game. I mean, this looks to be back and forth. The next possession, actually every possession in this game is going to be key to see who comes out as the victor. 21-21, kickoff next. Baylor kicker Aaron Jones is getting ready to kick it off to the is he human or is he not? You already know because Bo knows. Bo Jackson, the most electrifying player in the Fox 12 so far. Let's see if Aaron Jones can kick it for a touchback. If he can't, who knows? Bo Jackson might score like he did the last kickoff. That's 3 kick returns for touchdowns in 2 games, I believe. Let me double check that. Let's see. Yeah, 3 kick return touchdowns in 2 games. Let's see if Bo Jackson can get another in this game. Jackson bringing it out, has some room. Bo Jackson to the 50, taken down by Mike Singletary at the 41-yard line. Cam Newton lining up in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for Auburn. Let's see if this Baylor defense can make a stop. Cam Newton snaps the ball. It's an option. And Cam Newton's going to give it to Bo Jackson. Marcus McNeil with a great block on Mike Singletary. Bo Jackson ends up losing yards on the play. Forward progress brought him down to about the 46-yard line. So a loss of 5 yards for no reason. The best player in Fox 12 just had a really bad moment and just slipped. Loss of 5, setting up a 2nd and 15 on Baylor's 46-yard line, not their own 46-yard line, but a rare bad moment from Bo Jackson as he had a clear path to the end zone, but just couldn't take advantage of it. But even the great ones have their bad moments. Jackson has a hole, hits it hard. Bo Jackson's still going. Jackson to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Auburn. Just like that, Auburn takes the lead again thanks to Bo Jackson's magic. And Mike Singletary had a chance to tackle him, but he missed. Great blocking by left tackle number 73, Marcus McNeil. And Bo Jackson sprints his way into the end zone for a 46-yard touchdown to put Auburn in the lead again. And that touchdown play did not come without sacrifices, as wide receiver and punt returner for Auburn number 5, Karsten Bailey, has been diagnosed with a concussion and is going to go through concussion protocol, and he is out for the rest of the game. A big blow as Cam Newton loses his number 1 wide receiver. He already lost the other wide receiver, number 88, Terry Beasley, to injury earlier in this game. Thankfully he's back, but Karsten Bailey is the starting receiver, and he's going to be out for the rest of the game, and is a big blow for the Auburn Tigers. He also is their punt returner. So bad news for Auburn fans is Karsten Bailey is out for the rest of the game. Hopefully he'll get better with the concussion. Time flies when you're having fun, as this extra point by Wes Byram is the last play in the third quarter. The 10th and final play, the extra point is up. And it's good. The score is 28-21 Auburn. 1 quarter left in this exciting game. Let's see who will come out on top. Kickoff will be right next after the break. 28-21. Auburn is leading. We are ready to start the fourth quarter. Wes Byram is looking to send it away to Terrence Williams. The kick is up. And it's a touchback. Baylor will start the ball on their own 20-yard line. First and 10. Let's see, if they don't score a touchdown on this drive, this game could very well be over. As remember, the score is 28-21 Auburn. But anyway, Baylor will get the ball. First and 10 on their 20-yard line. Let's see if RG3 can continue to show us his magic and use it on the field. RG3 lining up in the shotgun again, sending Kendall Wright in motion. You know what play is coming. Let's see if Auburn can defend it. RG3 decides to give it off to Kendall Wright. And look at this amazing blocking by the Baylor offense. Kendall Wright bounces it outside. Kendall Wright to the 30, to the 40. Kendall Wright has some room to the 50, to the 40. Woo! That was almost a scary situation. Kendall Wright to the 30. And Kendall Wright starts to go backwards at around the 28-yard line. What a huge run by the wide receiver. A huge run of 52 yards by Kendall Wright. And this Auburn defense and the Texas A&M defense last week cannot stop the RG3 Kendall Wright shotgun motion option. I mean, Nick Fairley and Tracy Rocker had a shot at Wright, but they couldn't get to him. He's just too fast. And if Baylor keeps this up, they could win this pivotal game. First and 10 on the 28-yard line. Let's see if Auburn's defense can strap up. Baylor lining up in the shotgun. First and 10. RG3 back to pass. RG3 is going to try to throw to Walter Abercrombie, who snuck out of the backfield. Let's see if he can complete the pass. And RG3 used his star quarterback redo and still threw an incomplete pass, missing the wide open Walter Abercrombie, who had nothing but daylight in front of him. And RG3, when he's been forced to pass today, has not been sharp at all. I mean, we know he's an amazing runner, especially last week, but he never really was forced to throw the ball. And now that he's forced to throw, we're seeing the inefficiencies in his game. He needs to step up as a pocket passer if he wants to lead Baylor to victory. Hopefully he can avenge himself in the upcoming plays, but time is running out, and Baylor's still down by 1 touchdown. 2nd and 10, Baylor. RG3 needs to use his running skills more. Because he's a star quarterback, he can change his stationary base to his mobile base, and only the star defenders can react to that. No one else can. So RG3 needs to stop becoming a pocket passer because he's not one, and he needs to use his strength, which is running the football. Anyway, 2nd and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Baylor lines up in the pistol. RG3 back to pass. Kendall Wright just got knocked over big time. No receivers getting open. RG3 is going to try to throw it to Laquan McGowan. Now look, I do not want RG3 to run right now, because if I change his base, that would count as 1 star pivot. And then to turn him, that would count as another star pivot, but I couldn't do it because Kendall Wright's knocked over. So since Kendall Wright's the other star and he can't pivot, RG3 would just run straight into the line. So RG3 has to throw it, and he's going to look for Laquan McGowan. Let's see if he can complete this pass. And the pass is incomplete. Too high, RG3. 3rd and 10. This is a huge play for the game. We're halfway through the 4th quarter and Baylor's down by 1. RG3 back to pass in the shotgun. No one can get open. Kendall Wright's trying to slant in, but this pressure by the Auburn defense is amazing. RG3 is going to try to thread the needle and hit Kendall Wright, but there's immense pressure in his face and an offensive lineman right in front of him. Can RG3 make the throw? And the pass is incomplete as it went right into the head of right guard number 61, Mark Adikes, setting up a 4th and 10 for Baylor. And it's decision time. Do they go for it or do they go for the field goal? Remember, it's 28-21. Auburn is winning. Baylor has 3 timeouts left, as does Auburn. But the next play will be the 6th play in the 4th quarter. And there's only 10 plays per quarter. So time is running out, and this Auburn offense is completely unstoppable. No one's been able to stop them all game. So I think Baylor's leaning towards going for it, as a field goal would put points up on the board, but who knows if they get the ball back, or if they'll get it back and they'll have a chance to take the lead, as Auburn could very well score on the kickoff or on their offensive possession, meaning Baylor's 3 points would do them no good. So Baylor has a big decision to make. Let's see what they do. 4th and 10. This could be the play of the game. If Auburn can stop Baylor from getting the first down, they pretty much have this upset in the bag. Does RG3 have any magic left? He's been ice cold lately. 3 incompletions in a row. And I think last drive he may have had a couple of incompletions too. 4th down and 10. What can Baylor do? And they are going to use their home field advantage pivot, making Terrence Williams go on a streak, and Auburn cannot match that since Baylor's using their home advantage pivot pre-play. Let's see what Baylor can do. Alright, let's see what happens. RG3. Robert Griffin III has number 26, Lawrence Elkins, wide open. RG3 has used his 2 star quarterback redo passes, which means he only has 1 chance at this pass. If it's complete, it looks like Baylor's going to get the first down. But if it's incomplete, this game is over. Let's see if RG3 can come in clutch and make the completion. It's right there. Oh, got it. And the pass is complete to Lawrence Elkins. What a throw by RG3. Let's see if Elkins can make the first down. Elkins gets the first down and gets taken down and run out of bounds anyway, but we'll see if he got tackled or he ran out of bounds. That extra yard just does matter. But all that matters is that he got the first down. We'll go under the camera and see whether number 19... Dave Beck tackled him first, or Lawrence Elkins ran out of bounds. We'll go look at the footage to see what happened. But what a clutch play on 4th and 10. RG3 throws a dot, showing off his magic, completing a first down and leading this drive to continue. After further review, Lawrence Elkins was tackled by Dave Beck on the 12-yard line, which means that play was officially a 15-yard gain. First down, Baylor on the 12-yard line. They are marching into scoring territory. Next play will be the 7th play. Time is running out, and we may have to go to overtime. Or can Auburn have a classic defensive stand and still pull off this upset? We'll see what happens coming up next. 1st and 10, Baylor on the 12-yard line. What a throw by RG3, coming in clutch, showing why he's one of the top players and a Heisman candidate in the Fox 12 Conference. 1st and 10, RG3 sends Kendall Wright in motion. I think you know what play is coming. I think we all know what play is coming. RG3 decides to keep. RG3 has some space, trying to get a block. RG3 taken down by number 54, Quentin Groves. RG3 seemed to have daylight, but only runs for a gain of 3 yards. As right end, Quentin Groves, number 54, hooked RG3's arm and dragged him down using his immense strength. So, Baylor will have it. 2nd and 7 on the 9-yard line. Let's see if they can score. 2nd and 7, 8th play of the 4th quarter. RG3 lining up in the shotgun. Back to pass. Robert Griffin III. RG3 trying to find. Running out of time. RG3 is going to try to throw to Kendall Wright on the slant. Let's see if he can complete this hard pass. And the pass is complete. Kendall Wright into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. What a clutch throw by RG3, right on the money. And after a series of cold spells, RG3 comes in clutch and throws the touchdown pass to Kendall Wright. Extra point next. An extra point will be the 9th play, which means each team has 3 timeouts left, and they'll be using them. So this game is not over yet. 27-28, Auburn still up by 1. Let's see, this extra point is going to be huge if Baylor can make it. In the 9th play of the 4th quarter, Baylor's down by 1. This extra point can tie the game. Can Aaron Jones make it? The kick is up. And it's good. 28-28. We have a tie game with only 1 play left, barring any timeouts. Auburn gets one last chance to score. Let's see if they can do it. Or are we going to overtime? Let's see what happens. In the last play of the 4th quarter, barring any timeouts, kicker Aaron Jones is looking to kick it off to Bo Jackson. If Bo Jackson can score on this kickoff return, it would most likely be a walk-off kick return for a touchdown. This is the 10th and final play, the 4th quarter, barring any timeouts. Each team has 3 left. Let's see what happens. Jones kicks it off. A big return will mean everything for Auburn. Bo Jackson bringing it out. Bo Jackson has some space. Bo Jackson cuts upfield. Are you kidding me? Bo Jackson touchdown. The Auburn Tigers with a walk-off kick return for a touchdown. Wow, what a play. The last play of regulation. Bo Jackson runs it back 100 yards for a touchdown. Baylor's going to use its first timeout. It only has 2 more left, which means they're only going to have a kick return for themselves to see if they can tie it up. But what a huge play by Bo Jackson. Honestly, I took a break from playing electric football, like from playing this game, right? And I was like, I feel like Bo Jackson's going to take this back to the house. And he did. His second kick return for a touchdown. He is 4 on the year. None bigger than this. This crowd is absolutely stunned in silence as their team just had an amazing game-tying drive. But Bo Jackson, it looks like this game and this upset is going to happen. As what a great run by Bo Jackson, returning it 100 yards on the last play of regulation to give Auburn the lead. And Baylor uses their first time out, but it's pretty much done for them. And Wes Byram's extra point is coming up. Let's see if he can put Auburn up by 7. You can notice Baylor is trying to stack up against the injured Carson Baylor so they can block this extra point. But this Baylor crowd is in complete shock and completely stunned that Bo Jackson just basically had a walk-off kickoff return for a touchdown. Let's see if this extra point can make it. It's up. And it's good. 35-28 Auburn. Baylor's head coach Art Briles calls his second timeout, which means he only has 1 left. So Baylor will get a kickoff return chance if the play is not a touchback. And they will have 1 play from scrimmage. They can also spike the ball, so they'll have 2 plays from scrimmage. Let's see if they can somehow try to tie this game up. But they're going to have a huge return and have a miracle on offense. But this crowd is in complete shock. I am too. This whole magnificence that's Bo Jackson, it still hasn't hit me yet how great he is. You can't stop him. There's no way to stop him. All you can do is try to get the ball out of his hands. Wow. Baylor's going to get the ball up. Let's see if they can find a miracle and tie this game up. Baylor needs a miracle to stay in this game. Time is running out. They need a big return from Terrence Williams. Can they get it? The crowd is on their feet trying to get behind Terrence Williams. Wes Byram kicks it off. Williams starts to bring it out. Terrence Williams. Williams still running. Taken down by Auburn strong safety number 20, Brian Robinson, at the 40-yard line. Baylor calls its final timeout, as they will now have 2 plays from scrimmage. 1 play from the 40-yard line, and they still have a spike they can use to spike the football to add 1 more play into the game. Art Briles is going to get his troops together and see if Baylor can pull off a miracle and send this game into overtime. Just remember that Baylor already used its 2 star quarterback redo throws and their home field advantage rule, so they have nothing extra that can help them. All they can do is try to score the old-fashioned way. Baylor running out of time. RG3 sends Kendall Wright in motion. They're going to the bread and butter play. Robert Griffin III is going to hand it off to Kendall Wright. Can Kendall Wright get a big play? Let's see. Kendall Wright taken down by Brian Robinson. Wow, what a big hit by Brian Robinson, as Wright gains only 2 yards. Wright only gains 2 yards on the plays. He's taken down by Brian Robinson. 2nd and 8, Baylor on their own 42-yard line. Baylor rushes to the line and spikes the ball, which will set up the last play. Baylor's completely out of timeouts. They use their 1 spike of the half, and the last play of regulation will be a 3rd and 8 on their own 42-yard line. Look for Baylor to use their Hail Mary that they have this half. But RG3 has no quarterback redos, and Baylor doesn't have a home field advantage, so it's all luck, with some skill obviously, but they're going to need a miracle upon miracles to tie this game and send it into overtime. No matter what happens, this has been one of the best games in the Fox 12 this year, and no matter what happens, you know what I'm trying to say here. This man right here, Bo Jackson, looks like he's going to be the Heisman winner, or at least a Heisman candidate in GCMFL, but the Fox 12 Player of the Year. Now, we haven't seen any of the Eastern players, but so far Bo Jackson has been dominating. But let's see if this crowd can give Baylor the energy, and if RG3 has any magic left, and if he can pull off a miracle in the next play, the last play of regulation. This is it, the last play of regulation. Can RG3 pull off a miracle? Can Baylor take this game into overtime? It's going to take a miracle. Auburn's and their Hail Mary defense all back. Let's see what Baylor can do. RG3 is just going to take his time and wait for things to subside. RG3 still looking. RG3 has Terrence Williams wide open. About, how far is that? 50 yards away. This will take a 50-yard throw, which we know in electric football is beyond impossible to complete. RG3 has no redos. He will try to throw it to Terrence Williams. Let's see if RG3 can pull off a miracle. And the pass is incomplete. RG3 chucked it downfield, backpedaling. We knew that was going to be incomplete. He got it there, but it was inaccurate. But this game is over, and the Auburn Tigers upset the Baylor Bears. They come into Baylor's hometown in Waco, Texas, and upset the number 1 ranked Baylor Bears. Auburn is now 1-1, and Baylor is now 1-1, which means in the midway point of the Fox 12 Western Division, there's only 1 team that's undefeated, the Michigan Wolverines. But this game, what we will remember is Bo Jackson's greatness. His clutch greatness too, and we will also remember that Cam Newton finally stepped up and was the other half of this dynamic backfield. That's why Auburn won, but we'll mostly remember Bo Jackson's greatness. Even though he had an individually better game last week, his team won this week, and he was there when his team needed him the most with the walk-off kick return for a touchdown. We'll have post-game and more coming up next. You guys tell me how you like this new camera. It's the RG3 poster right there. That didn't work out that well. It almost fell on my field. And we have a lot of interesting stuff coming up. We have the Fox 12 West midway point All-American teams, 1st and 2nd. We have the watch list for the Player of the Year and all the awards. We have stats. We have more. Stay tuned. What a game. What a way for Auburn just to come in to Texas and upset Baylor. We'll see you next week for the start of Week 3. In the Fox 12 Western Division. I need to go find that football that RG3 threw way, way, way off.